Hi guys, I'm Les McLean. I'm a career and life coach in Austin, and I also work with creative teams in the corporate world. I want to talk to you today about why you need design thinking for your career. But first, I want to start with a common problem that I see whenever I talk to people about their careers, which is just that our brains tend to grab a hold of what we've seen other people do or assumptions that maybe we're making, and they just hang on to them. They just won't let them go. Thinking about what other people have done in the past, and oh, this person had to do this before they got there, or conversely, hey, that's just not part of my job responsibilities. They'll never let me do that. This happened to me last year, actually. I was the manager of a team, and I loved my team. I loved the creative agency I was working for. I loved my company. But I had started to get interested in something else, and I wasn't sure how that would ever be part of my job. I could not see a way forward, and I just was scared. I was wondering if I needed to leave or if I needed to go get another degree, what I needed to do. I had no idea. This changed really for me whenever I started to think differently about my career, when I started to be open to some of the possibilities. At that point, I went and pitched a new role for myself to the leadership of the agency that I was working for, and I was delighted to see that they got it. They could see how this role filled a gap that would maybe allow me to support some of the creative teams in a new way. They could see why I was the right person for the job, and we had conversations about that. Ultimately, they let me move into that role. So I got to stay where I was, where I wanted to be, and I got to continue to explore something new and stretch and grow in some different ways. I want that for you, whether that looks like finding something new or whether that looks like, just making yourself happier in your current job, or even just opening, like I said, to the possibilities. So that's why we're presenting design thinking for your career. This talk is for you if you're feeling stuck, if you're not sure what to do next, if you're saying things like, I'm so overwhelmed with all the choices, I'm not learning anything, I don't know my next step. If you have your one-on-ones with your boss and he or she asks you what you want to do next year, what you want to focus on, and you just have no idea. It's just a blank slate. We're going to help you figure that out. And we're going to do it using design thinking to help you really think about your career in a totally different way, to step back and take a holistic look at what's going on, maybe to dive more deeply into certain areas. It will unlock new ideas for you and new ways forward that you never imagined. It's going to unblock you so you can take the next step really intentionally. It'll also help you take the emotion out. So I know for myself, I've reinvented my career about 5 times now. And any of the times that I was running from something, the times that I was caught up in my head and some drama, I really made some missteps. I did some things that I wasn't really excited about later on when things calmed down. So we want to help you, again, be intentional about what you're doing in your job. This is also going to help you identify the people whose opinions matter to you and use their feedback to guide your future vision for your career. What you're going to get is ultimately confidence to move forward. You'll also get an honest perspective about how other people see your strengths and weaknesses, and that leads to self-awareness, which I think is the number one most marketable skill you can have, whether you're in corporate America, you're an entrepreneur, or you're just getting out of college. It helps a lot. And of course, you'll get the essential element of all workshops these days, which is playing with sticky notes. Can't have one without that. We see this topic as the convergence of design, people, and the workplace, and it's incredibly important as you consider a big change, a new endeavor, or just reassess where you're at. Is your career looking like what you wanted it to look like? Do you want to completely change it up? We'll do all of this, and we're going to help you apply it live. So you'll get the chance to use this methodology and then identify the skills you want to learn and what that might look like for you in the future. We'll map it out together, and we'll give you the tools in the form of a playbook to help you get where you want to go. We're qualified to teach you this and excited to teach you this because, well, for myself, I've spent about 15 years in the corporate world. I am very passionate about mentorship, so I have a lot of conversations about careers, both in corporate life and in my coaching life. I've reinvented my career quite a few times, and I love helping people find different ways of thinking about problems. I think there's a magic there that really can help you find the solution so much faster. My co-presenter, Sarah Roche, has also changed careers several times. She's gone from food service to becoming a digital project manager at a Fortune 500 company. And that's where she uses design thinking and other methodologies to run a bunch of projects and help unblock teams. Also, for the last several years, she's produced Student Startup Madness at South by, so she knows how to make an event engaging. Come design think your career with us. We hope to see you there.